What's up, guys? Daddy Payne here.
Vindaloo here.
Guys, we're back with another Big 2 Crew Uncharted 3 Legacy Tournament announcement. Yep, I know you're wondering why we've got another announcement so quickly, but with all the drama going on in our latest competition, to be honest with you, I'm surprised we haven't made a series yet.
I think we should, and get millions of hits on YouTube.
Yeah, I reckon it might be quite successful, to be honest. Anyways, first of all, before we get on to the points of debate, I'd just like to wish Team SE congratulations on winning Big 2 Crew's End of Year World Tournament. They were the only team to make it through the qualification round and beat some of the best UC3 teams on their route to the grand final. They truly deserve their victory, and let's not let anything take away from their moment.
That's right. Now, hats off to them, definitely.
Right, now I know a lot of you have many questions, and you're wondering why the final turned out the way it did. Well, we're here to clear that situation up for you. Now, from the beginning of the competition, the schedule was always made extremely clear of when and what time all matches will be taking place, so that all teams had ample time to make preparations for this and arrange many subs as backups. Now, over the course of the competitions, we had made concessions for time change requests. However, this had to be agreed upon by both teams. If not, then we stick to the original allocated time of 8 PM GMT. Now, in order to accommodate his best players after the semi-final win, Triple Rec had asked Never Challenge 7 about whether or not they could reschedule the time. However, Never Challenge and his team had already made preparations for the allocated time and were not able to accommodate. And of course, we certainly cannot force any team to change it if they do not want to. As a result, the time was unchanged. Now, Triple Rec then made a day change request, but of course we had to refuse it. Throughout the competition, we've consistently had day change requests as teams were not able to put up their best teams on set dates. But all these requests were refused since the competition sticks to a particular schedule which we need to be available for to do briefings, decide on maps, hosting, and promptly deal with any issues which take place. And as I'm sure you've seen, there's been many which we've had to deal with instantly in relation to many matches. Teams such as MG played their opening round with 4 versus 5 and were even successful, yet they made no complaints as they knew these were the set rules. Team Pro, who were knocked out at the hands of FT, were only able to put up 3 players in their entire match, and once again they made no complaints as they knew these are the rules. Team Zeus, in their semi-final against Get Positive themselves, had to do without their best player Aztec Ruben and subsequently lost that match, but once again they made no complaint because they understood that these are the rules. All of these teams were contenders for the Grand Championship and would certainly have had a much better chance of making it into the latter stages of the competition had they been able to put up their best team. How can we then, as impartial competition organizers, in all fairness, agree to a day change request 24 hours before the final match when all teams had to adhere to these rules throughout the competition? Ask yourself, is that really fair? Furthermore, it was confirmed with Triple Rec 24 hours before the match took place that the grand final was going to stay at the allocated 8 PM UK time, so there was certainly plenty of time to arrange subs. Would they have been as good as the original 5? No, probably not. But the whole point of a sub is that they come in place of your best players in case they can't make it, but this is the reality that all teams have to deal with. So the responsibility of why Get Positive played 3 versus 5 lies with Get Positive and Get Positive alone, particularly considering the amount of top UC3 players Triple Rec has on PSN, Facebook, and YouTube. So ultimately, the decision is theirs. Now, in an ideal world, of course we wanted a grand final everyone wanted to see. We wish nothing more than to have an epic grand final for everyone to enjoy. However, not at the cost of giving one team special treatment. No one team has more rights than any other, regardless of reputation. We totally understand that everyone has obligations outside, such as work, school, weddings, funerals, and we certainly don't expect anyone to be missing any of those things.
And contrary to popular belief, we do have social lives and other commitments of our own.
We've always done what we feel to be the fair decision, like this recent unpleasantness where we had to disqualify 2 of our semi-finalists, fully knowing it would cause a lot of controversy and negativity towards the tournament, but we did it because it was the right thing to do. What's ironic about this whole thing is that the team in question, who implored us to enforce the rules to disqualify those 2 semi-finalists so that they could be reinstated in the competition, are now asking us to make an exception for them with regards to the very rules that allowed them to come back in. Now, this video is certainly not an attempt to win anyone over or to try and convince you of our opinion. At the end of the day, we will always do what we feel right as competition organizers, and will never allow any opinions to pressure us into making the wrong decision. This is merely an explanation of the course of events to be as transparent as possible and to let you know exactly what took place. Now, we just want to take this opportunity at the same time to thank everybody that took part in the competition, and all of you out there who have followed the competition very, very closely. And we want to once again wish Team Essie congratulations on being the grand champions of our end of year world tournament. And to remind you that there's also the free for all as well, which is going to take place next Saturday. So make sure you tune into that, because there's definitely going to be redemption going on there.
Final redemption.
Exactly. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and it's a pleasure as always.